Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where last episode we just kind of accidentally doubled in size. I didn't really intend to do that, it just kind of happened. So we do need a governor up here in Terraconensis. Terraconensis, okay, that's cool. So we'll put in this guy, that'll do. Cool. We're unmarried, but we are 66 and that probably doesn't matter all that much. I suppose we could get a marriage here. We can marry, like, this guy? Sure. That'll be absolutely fine. Cool. So no problem there. Our war exhaustion is very high. We definitely need to chill for a bit. Our war exhaustion is incredibly high. Our aggressive expansion is insanely high. If it goes above 50, severe penalties will kick in. We're at 48.5. We gotta chill for a bit. Now, I'm wondering, of all of this territory that we just took over, are any of these cities? These are apparently all... Oh, there's a city out over here. And here. There are a couple of cities. Okay, good to know. Now, we're still working on these missions. We need to develop Carpetania. So, of course, that means we need to work on these 3 cities. Now, we're at 3 out of 4 buildings here. I think a tax office makes a lot of sense here. Down this way, we're going to get started on a mill. There we go. We'll get that underway. No, I'm not. Hang on. Hang on. We're going to cancel those. I want to get going on nobility here. So we're going to build 2 academies here. We cannot queue up the 3rd just yet, but we will work on that. The beginning of a new family, indeed. So they're currently scorned. That's fine. And mission-wise, it's literally just develop Carpetania and then import food. Okay. We're currently at 4 out of 5 imports, and we could certainly import some livestock here. We could do that from Lobotania. Sure, do it. So that's fine, and then we would work on getting ourselves an import. That'll be done in 6 months. So that is underway. Cool. And we just need to build some buildings, right? 1 for honor should be enough. There we go. An honorable winner. Dramatic, but necessary. Wonderful. So we're down at least below 20 war exhaustion now. That's a good sign. That is a very, very good sign. Our clan chief, or one of our clan chiefs, died, but that's, I suppose, to be expected. We can call down an omen. Slave output is absolutely the way to go here. No doubt about that. So we're going to finish up this academy eventually. I don't think we're going to have 158 gold by the time this one is done. Maybe? But I think that that's unlikely. So we're going to proceed forward here. In Carpetania, we're going to get that trade route, and then we're going to import... We need an additional food stuff, right? Grain, vegetables, salt, fish, or livestock. Okay, so we would import... How about grain? Grain seems good. We'll import some grain from Lobotania. There we go. The movement of goods does indeed benefit all. So at this point, we just need to get our buildings built. If we go into here, or not here, here, we should have this completed, but we cannot complete it until we have developed Carpetania. So that's fine. We have a number of buildings left to construct here. I want to get another academy going. So we're at 126 gold right now. Yeah, we'll be able to get another one soon-ish. Lusitania Meridionalis has some relatively low food supplies right now. Ah, yes. We need to go into our administration, into our provinces here, and make sure that automatic trading is enabled for all of these. There we go. And we should probably go through some of these and just sort by religious unity here. Make sure that any of these that are below our current target of 90 religious unity, which is probably not the right number, but that's the number we're going with, is on religious conversion. So we're going to do exactly that, and then if we're over 90%, we're going for cultural conversion. So cultural assimilation here, cultural assimilation here, cultural assimilation here, and can we not change this one, or... Okay, the button is just not active down here. That's probably a UI scaling thing, if I had to guess. But there we go. That does end up working in the end. So we'll get all of that being worked on. Beautiful. So that is absolutely fine. We do have some provinces losing loyalty at this moment. We should maybe consider doing a divine sacrifice. Yes, that will offset our stability loss for a while here. We need to let our aggressive expansion drop, right? That's the primary thing here. So we'll just offset that for the moment with a single pig stab, and that looks good. Now we're going to hop in over here and get ourselves another academy. This will mean that we're going to start getting a fair number of nobles over here, which is good. We're very happy about that. I do want to work heavily on economy as soon as we get done with this mission. Economy generally means at this point... Oh, bountiful harvest. So 3 free stability or 126 gold. I'm actually going to take the gold here. So that means that we queue up a library and then a second library on the next month tick. You can cover the costs. Okay, so on this next month tick, we are going to get a library going there. Excellent. So now we're going to, of course, need a tax office up over here. Minus 0.2, huh? Due to Regina. Okay, the slaves are pretty unhappy here. And the tribesmen aren't hugely happy either. Fair enough. I mean, we are currently a little bit awkward on our culture. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. We'll continue to work on that for the moment. Losing 25 political influence. We can't go below 0, right? So this would actually only cost 20 political influence. Oh no, we can go below 0. I'm wrong about that. Okay, I had misremembered that one. Cool. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. We'll go back up next month tick. More prosperity coming in. Honestly, the popularity and the 6 stability might be better for us than the 15% tax at this point. That will buy us more time before we start going negative in our in our stability. So that'll all be great. I want to get a tax office going up here, and we do need a martial researcher, which should be actually Scorned Family. You're perfect. I like it. So that's great. We'll get a tax office going in up here right now. There we go. And those will construct quite quickly. So we're going to start pumping out a decent amount of research over here. That number is going to continue to come up. But we're at minus 50% because we're a tribe right now. That's understood. We'll get that fixed soon enough. So down over this way, we're going to need to build some mills. We're still having some food issues down here. And that's mostly because this is a single province settlement, right? Or a single settlement province, right? We don't control the majority of this province. And this doesn't produce food on its own. So honestly, I think we should put in a local import route here so that we can import some food. That would be the way to go. So military traditions, we were working our way down this way. I mean, slave output and enslavement efficiency is not terrible here. We can continue going that route. That monthly war exhaustion would be nice too. But I think for now we're going to grab raids on neighbors, enabling access to slave raids. Now that's interesting. So does that mean that we have the ability to raid kind of like in CK2? That would be fascinating if we could. It'd be a good way to build up our pop. No doubt about that. That'd be very interesting. For the time being, I'm relatively content with what we've got going on right now. I don't want to build up any additional war exhaustion, or will that give us AE? I don't know if it would. It probably wouldn't. I'm fine with these guys gaining loyalty, to be honest. We're going to drop off 100% centralization, but we're going to go right back up there really quickly. So that's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. foreign claims on one of our provinces. Hilarious. And we have our commercial ventures done out over here now. So we're just going to import some grain. And that should solve our food problem here. Beautiful. No issues whatsoever there. Call to arms from these guys. Who are they fighting? Revolts. We accept that offer. Okay. So who are the actual revolts here? So there's this revolt here, but there's also a second revolt. That's these guys? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can work with that. So we'll raise up our levies here. And it'll take some time for these northernmost levies to make their way down. But these guys are just going to pop in over here for now. And we'll let our ally fight this. We're not concerned about that. We want to get sieges done. That is our primary goal here. That was a stack wipe. Beautiful. So the reason we want sieges is to get slaves. I also want to check, as long as we've got these guys raised. Raise city, embark army. It must be in here somewhere. Okay. Interesting. So I'm not seeing what I was hoping to see there, which ultimately ends up being slave raid. We just need to pile in here because we're blocked to going into this fort. That's a little sad. Well, we'll have this siege done quite soon. We're not going to spend money on this for right now. She is but a modest woman. And while we're working on this, I want to check up here. 4 out of 4, 6 out of 6. And we are going to build a mill up here. Beautiful. So we've got more forces filtering in over here. And our war exhaustion is only barely going down, right? However, our AE is going down. Ooh, 96 gold. Yes, please. Does that give us enough to queue up another mill? Not quite, but now we have enough. Phenomenal. Okay, are we going to... We're not going to take these pops ourselves. We're going to just utterly destroy that city. We're not going to raze it to the ground, but we're going to loot it very heavily. Now we're going to come in over here and begin a siege here. So they're sieging down this way. This is a settlement here. Okay, so they're going to head back and presumably fight this force. I think that's what they're doing. Yeah, that's definitely what they're doing. They'll stack wipe that, I think. Easy. Cool. People just made a claim on us. That's kind of hilarious. Okay, so our siege up here is now over, and we're just going to head home. So we get a couple of slave pops out of that. Is there anybody else we're at war with here? No. That should be it. Oh, wow, they actually gave us this territory. Okay. We'll lose half a point of AE. And we should definitely put down our levies at this point. There we go. So, we got this city we had before. This now has a lot more territory to it. Are these guys still at war with the other revolt? No. They just kind of are going to let them live? Okay, that's weird. I don't know why they're going to do that. I didn't intend to take territory there. That just kind of happened. But okay, I guess we'll take it. So we're going to have this rebelling soon enough. And we'll have to fight for it. That's not a big deal. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Now, it's going down by quite a lot. So I think that we're almost certainly going to have a rebellion there. We're currently on religious conversion, and that's fine. Not a big problem there. So that's all looking good. There is a feud here. It belongs to Carpetania. There we go. Fantastic. We get ourselves some extra gold out of that. And what does that go into? Well, obviously a mill. There we go. 6 out of 7 here, so we can actually build an additional library. We'll get that underway. We need to have all 3 of these maxed out, right, in order to complete our mission. So that'll be fine. This mill is done, and then we're just going to get 1 tax office here. We'll have enough for that, I think, not next month, but the month after. Yes, we will have enough. Now, I think that we need to have these actually built, not just queued up. They're currently queued up, but I believe they need to be fully built. We do need a new wise one. That will be... We have a scorned family here. What do we actually get for this? Omen power? Omen power is mediocre at this point, I feel like. We don't get that much from it. This guy's only skill 3. He's the best scorned family version, and it's not great. I'll put him in. He's not going to do a good job. We know that. We know he's not. So we can get an invention here. We already got slave masters, so we were working down our civic tree? Yeah, we were heading down this direction. So slaves needed for surplus -1 would be fantastic. We still have another advance as well. Our tech is actually really starting to come up here. We're hitting tech 3. We're still 19 years behind time, but we've got some work to do there. We're actually at 67% research efficiency. That's much better than I expected it to be at. Considering we're at our monthly research is halved because we're a tribe, that's really good, actually. I'm pretty pleased with that. Brass coinage would be amazing here, I feel like. So we'll take that for the tax and commerce income bump. And we're going to continue working our way down this way. So population growth is really good. So overseers into Iberian ceramics. Actually, these swap positions awkwardly. Okay. We could take Iberian ceramics next and then Tartessian script, which would probably be really good. Yeah. We can definitely work on that. So our tax office is going to be done very shortly here. And that should finish up our mission tree. We hope. There's another martial advance, and we've got some untiring devotion giving us 3 free stability. I love it. And we're just going to grab Iberian ceramics. The population growth on its own is worth it, even if it didn't have that 5% national commerce income. So we'll happily grab that. And yes, this is reducing our population happiness here, no doubt about that. Develop Carpetania is now done, so we get a free province investment, and we've already supplied Carpetania, so we get 2.5% pop cap. That means that this mission, the Matter of Contestania, is now complete. So we'll finish that mission, and we can start working on tribal reform. We've also... I think that we should probably go for Pearl of Contestania after that. But we can transition into a monarchy or a republic. So let's start this. We've already decided we're going to go the republic route here. The proud heritage of our people has endured for generations, and yet the ever-changing fabric of our existence has brought greater knowledge of the world and people that surround us. In an extraordinary council meeting, the heads of 2 of our greatest families, the Koreid and Tudamalii, have both suggested that it is time for us to abandon our way of rule in favor of a new set of statutes. The Tudamalii favor the institution known as monarchy, drawing inspiration from the great Grecian kings, whereas the Koreid advocate for an equal system of rule, inspired by tales of the Carthaginian Empire and Athenians, of whom we have heard so much. It seems we'll have much to ponder. During this mission, we must guide our nation towards the outcome we desire. So that means that we're going to go down Republican favoritism, right? We can only go one way, but we can already do Republican favoritism, which is actually perfect. We already decided we're going to be a republic. So that's great. That is going to reduce our threshold for civil war. But we'll grab that. Republican legal reform would require us to enact the council legal authority law and have a bunch of political influence. We can work on constructing a Senate chamber right now. Our civilization level in our capital is already high enough. So that would be great. We'll do that immediately. But we're going to need to do some law changes. So we need council legal authority. So we'll go into our government laws, and we're on absolute authority right now, so we're going to have to back off to council legal authority. But that is a lot cheaper. And this is absolutely fine. We don't mind this. Consider it done. So there's council legal authority, but now we need 100 political influence before we can get Republican legal reform. So we're going to tick on forward here for a little bit. That's fine. We need to gain some stability, of course. We're going to lose 50 gold either way here. We no longer have our pig stab. Okay. Well, it should start to come up again relatively soon, but it's going to be a while before our AE drops down. Did we get AE from this? This was technically a defensive war. I don't know if we did or not. Hi, Carthage. You're big. How are you doing pop-wise? 3,000. Okay. That's slightly more than us. We are at 861. Yeah, we've got some work to do on that front. Carthage is big. No doubt about that. What are they thinking about us? Minus 63 due to aggressive expansion. Okay, fair enough. We should probably consider increasing relations with them. That'll cost 25 gold, but we'll work our way up there. We don't actually have borders with them, so it's not necessarily the biggest of deals, but they're certainly aware of us. And it would be a problem if we got into a war with Carthage right now. So we'll avoid that for the time being. I do want to check in on mines and farming settlements. There's probably more of these that we can make. So on this next month's tick, we'll get a mine going. Oh, we actually can't make any more mines. That's interesting. Do we want 5,000 manpower? We're at our cap right now. Honestly, the political influence is probably more worthwhile. Yeah, we'll take that. That puts us up to 83, so that's really good. No mines to be built in all of this new territory that we got. I'm actually shocked by that. We're going to put in a single farming settlement. Remarkable. Okay, so there's not a lot of work needing to be done there. Cool. Who's Carthage at war with? Baetica Corsi... Actually, a Cordobensis. Sure, I don't know who that actually is. But somebody over here. Cool. So obviously, Carpetania Occidentalis is going to rebel in about 2 years, right? That's these guys down over here. We could just revoke this fort right now. But actually, they're too disloyal to remove that. So we can't do that. That's fine. I'm not too concerned. We're not going to have a big problem dealing with that. We're at 102 gold currently. And we could look at potential slave estates. There's some potential options there. Are we going to have slaves as a republic? I think we are, right? Because you've got that whole, like, Roman Republic thing going on. They definitely had slaves. So we'll see. Hey, we definitely get some more progress, and we get a free innovation here. Beautiful. Or not really free. That came from one of our advances going up. We're going to grab Tartessian script here. Beautiful. Bumping up our research points by 5%. I like it. And again, she's a modest woman. We're not going to spend money on these things. Excellent. So we can now get Republican legal reform. We will absolutely grab that. So we lose 100 political influence, and we can work on Republican ideals. That's going to hurt our stability a lot. For a year. And then beyond that, we just get the new constitution quite quickly. Okay, let's do it. So this is going to hurt our stability heavily. We get a minor addendum here for 6 stability for 10 political influence. This is absolutely worthwhile right now. We certainly take that. That'll offset a lot of... Actually, that'll offset the entire loss that we would get over that year, wouldn't it? Because it would be 12 months times 0.5, which would be 6. So that completely offsets that. I love it. That's phenomenal. Do we have any good slave estates here? No, we don't. Okay. Gaining 2 stability here. Or gaining 10 tyranny and gaining 5 stability. We'll do it. So we've got some disloyal people, right? That's not shocking. We need a new wise one. That guy was terrible at the job anyway. We're going to put her in. We're still going to have a scorned family, but these are the guys who wanted to be monarchist. So I guess that makes some sense. Cool. So Carpetania Occidentalis is going to rebel very soon, right? They're at 3% right now. This farming settlement is wrapping up. Do we want to build, like, some provincial legations out over this way? Potentially. We could build a provincial legation, say, here? Yeah, that's a decent place to build one, I think. So we'll get that underway for the time being. Okay. The head of the Divci family has dementia. That is indeed sad. I see that Carthage has taken some territory down over here. They're very close to sharing borders with us at this point. We've got this buffer state for the moment, and I'm quite pleased with that for right now. I want to come up over this direction and find a location where we can build a provincial legation. We actually already have a settlement building everywhere up here. Okay. We can invoke the new constitution, though, and I would absolutely love to do that. We're going to become a democratic republic, and that seems great. Do it. So we've invoked the new constitution, and we'll finish our mission. Codified state lands is going to be removed. That's fine. Now I want to do the Pearl of Contestania. We want to improve our infrastructure in regions under our control. So absolutely, we want to work on this. Cool. We do have a free idea slot. Are these going to be... Oh, they need political influence. We'll have to come back to those. We could promote oligarchy. I don't think we want to go that route. We're a democratic republic, and I think that's completely fine for the moment. We need a new magistrate. We need a new augur. We need a new tribune of the people. A new physician. Okay, I'm just checking to see here. We'll put you in there. Cool. And then a new tribune of the treasury. We'll put this guy in. Cool. There's going to be an election soon. Yes. And we have a disloyal province that's going to rebel in like 2 months. Okay. Okay, now we have a scorned family again because we need a new physician. Because we just had an election. Sure. So who do we want to put in as our physician? You'll do for now. There we go. So Carpetania is going to rebel, but that is a job for next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Shadowwolf, and Lohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.